Hey folks, so today we're going to talk a little bit about magazine compatibilities. Especially we're going to focus mainly on the WE and the VFC slash Stark Arms mags. Now this is specifically because I've noticed that, there's a lot of debate about whether or not the WEs mags will fit into the up and coming Glock 17, the officially licensed one by VFC or Umarex. Whenever they're coming out, they've been delayed for so long. I remember ordering these and then canceling them later on because they keep getting pushed back to January, then February, then March. So who knows when? But for the most part, I have a bunch of these G19 Stark Arms ones from a couple years ago when they were released, and for the most part, they're gonna be exactly the same as this. I'm not sure. Actually, let me get rid of the round that's in there. For the most part, I'm not sure if it's going to have the same auto function down here, Easter egg on the G19 model, but it looks like they're pretty much identical, and maybe some minor trademark differences. Like they're not going to say like the new one's going to say like official licensed trademark, which I think is kind of stupid actually. But for the most part, it's going to be the same. So the question is, will the WE mags fit in it? And I think the answer is really going to be no. And because I've actually had this for a while, and I've fired, what do you call it? You tried WE mags in the Stark Arms, and they just don't work. They don't fit, and the ones that do fit, they fire very unreliably, and you're stuck there trying to pull these magazines out of the pistol, and so they're just not really compatible. So what I mean is, here's a G19 mags for the Stark Arms, the stock one. Works fine, fits flush, it'll fire. Same thing, this is the G7 or Stark Arms G17 mag. Again, no problem, fits flush, and it will fire just okay. Now, this is the WE G17 mag. This is the plastic version. I'll do more tests about this later, but for now, we're just going to talk about whether it fits. And really, you can't even fit this. It's stuck right there. Notice how the mag release is not staying flush with the rest of the gun. That's because I can't get this past that point, and so I'm worried that might damage the gun actually if I push it in any further. So this one doesn't even fit in here. Now, this is the WE G19 mag. Okay, this one basically has similar issues, but I'm still at least able to push it down all the way completely. You'll notice though that's still not flush, so it's not clicking. That's why it's still sticking out. But I can try to fire this one, but I don't think it's going to work. All right, let me try to. Let's see here. Hopefully this one will work, but I doubt it. Watch what happens though. Let me get it on frame. Okay, it fires. Doesn't lock back though. See that? Sounds like a squib or something like that. Let me try that again. So I pulled that. Oops, magazine slid down a little bit. See, it's still not. It slid down because it's not clicked in place. It looks like it's engaging the lock side lock here, but let me see. Let's try to fire again. Again, every time you fire it, the mag looks like it's slipping out, but it's not engaged fully. So it works in this case, but it doesn't lock. This one can't even fit in there, and it does kill you. You won't be even able to shoot it. So yes and no. I've had other ones where I've been able to I have other WE mags where I've been able to actually successfully click it in place and fire. And again, like I said, it doesn't. I had a lot of inconsistencies in shooting it. So they're not WEs for the most part do not appear to be compatible with the VFC models, and I expect the new ones that to come out whenever they come out to have the same issues. So you probably don't want to stock up on WE mags for these models right here. As far as I'm aware, there aren't really any mags that are compatible with the VFC ones. But what's interesting though is I have here, this is a WE G19. Now, WE models obviously will work with the other WEs mags, obviously. So this is the G fits flush. This is the plastic one. You cycle it, it locks back. Same thing with this one. This is the one that came with it, so obviously it's going to work. But what's interesting is it will also work with the Stark Arms or the VFC mags. Now, I say they work though, but they're not optimal for it. So, what I mean by that is, for example, here is this is the putting in a Stark Arm mag right here, okay, and I'm putting to the WE. Now, I'm going to try to fire this one, okay, and it will work, but they might not lock back as consistently. So watch. See, it was significantly weaker. A bunch of gas just blew out, and it doesn't lock back. Now, if I manually pull it back, it will lock back. Okay, so that one, like I said, it works, but it's wasting a lot of gas. It's not as powerful. Whereas, notice if I fire it, let me just do a BB right here. You don't really need a BB for this, but I just prefer it to have one. So this is the plastic WE one, right? Put in the mag, put in the gun, fire. This one should lock back, and it does. Okay. Same thing. Well, this one, screw it. This is the WE. See, same thing. Now, if I were to try it with the Stark Arms G19 mag, I would expect the same thing. It probably won't lock back. It may or may not lock back actually, but let's see. See, it doesn't even cycle the whole gun correctly. It looks like one of those jams. Well, not jam, but it's just stuck midway through. So, again, they at least fit, but they're not really compatible. At least in my opinion, you're not going to have a great time. If you're going to get WEs, stick with their mags. You might be able to do it with these. I had this one. This is my G17, WE G17. Now it has the full trays, but don't be fooled. It's the same thing. This is the H&K3 slide. I can't remember, and I just swapped it out. But it's basically a WE G17. Now this one, again, if you put in a the plastic mag from WE, it will fit. It'll lock back. If you fire it, it will also lock back too. See? Now, same thing with this one. Well, this is the G19. It's not going to fit in here, but the G17, they will fit. Now, if you use the Stark Arms one, though, I have had some luck with the Stark Arms in this one. Sometimes they'll lock back, sometimes they won't. Usually, if you fire the first couple shots when the mag is full of gas, they'll still lock back. So this one, I'm expecting it to lock back. Let's see here if it will. No, it doesn't. But just to prove, though, see, I mean, it's difficult to do it. Sometimes I had this work though, but they're just not consistent because they're just not as gas efficient. I don't think they fit in. They're seated so that the valves aren't releasing gas in the right place, or maybe there's some kind of mismatch. I'm not sure, but they don't work as well. So you got to really stick with your own mags. Now, just to prove though that the VFC mags aren't low in gas or anything like that, here's the original Stark Arms one right here. Let me show you with the logo. I will put in the VFC one and fire this one, and this one will lock back. See? So again, it's not really, they're not compatible is what I'm trying to say at the end of the day. You might have some luck with going from VFC into a WE, but for the most part, not so much. As far as Tokyo Marui's, I only have a G26 to test in, and so this G26, I can't try to do other Marui mags into my other ones, but I can do the WEs into, I can try the WEs into these ones, and these have worked in the past. I've definitely done them. They fit they fit perfectly okay. This is the WE into a Marui. They cycle. Oops, sorry about that. They fit fine. Fit flush. This is the metal one. So same thing. Fits buttons flush. I mean, obviously the mag's sticking out, so that's not flush. But you pull it back, it slides back okay. Now, I have actually never tried this. I just thought of this just now. But will the Stark Arms fit into the WE or the Marui? Probably not, since we Well, actually, maybe it will, but it probably won't be as efficient. So let's see here. Okay, it clicks in nicely, closes. I would imagine it's going to be no difference in the results of the actually, it might work better because this is a plastic slide, actually, so it might be able to cycle easier than the metal slide from the WE, but it's probably not as optimal. So let's see here. I think it will lock back. Let's see. Yeah, it will. Okay, so they work on the WE, I'm sorry, the Maruis, but again, keep in mind, these are the plastic slide. This is the one that's much lighter, so they're easier to cycle. So there you have it, folks. That's a little bit on magazine compatibilities and something to think about when you're trying to buy spare mags to fit into these different guns. Let me know if there are any other combinations you want to test, and we'll put another video next time. Thanks a lot, guys.